The university anthem, please.
Greatest FUL.
You may be seated. Your Excellency, the Vice Chancellor of Federal University Lokoja, distinguished guests, it's now my pleasure to welcome the Chairman, University Lecture Series, who doubles as the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Professor MS Audu, to the microphone. Please, a round of applause.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to invite you to present and opening remarks. The Vice Chancellor.
Our distinguished guest lecturer, Excellency, the Polish Ambassador to Nigeria, principal officers of the universities, deans, directors, head of department and unit, distinguished professors, staff and students, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my distinct honor and privilege to extend a warm welcome to each one of you gathered here today for the 6th distinguished public lecture. Today, we are privileged to have in our midst a very distinguished personality, Our Excellency, Ambassador Joanna, Tarnawska, the Ambassador of the Republic of Poland to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, whose presence dignifies this occasion. Let me also appreciate the promptness with which you accepted to deliver this distinguished public lecture. I'm most grateful, Your Excellency. The topic that the Ambassador Joanna brings to us today, how to effectively pass knowledge and inspire students in the contemporary world, is not just timely but imperative. In an era marked by rapid technological advancement, societal transformations, and global interconnectedness, the role of education transcends mere dissemination of facts. It therefore behoves upon us to instill in our students a hunger for knowledge, a love for learning, and a sense of purpose that extends beyond classroom boundaries. As Vice Chancellor of this esteemed institution, I'm keenly aware of the profound impact that effective teaching and inspirational mentorship can have on the lives of our students. It is through the dedication and commitment of educators like yourself that we empower our students to become critical thinkers, innovative problem solvers, and compassionate leaders in their respective fields. Let me use this opportunity to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Our Excellency Ambassador Joanna Tarnawska for graciously accepting our invitation to share our wisdom and insight on this critical subject. Poland has a rich legacy of academic excellence and a tradition of fostering innovation, making the ambassador uniquely qualified to shed light on effective strategies for inspiring students in today's world. I urge all attendees to actively engage with the ideas presented today to reflect on how we can collectively shape the future of education and to recommit ourselves to the noble pursuit of empowering the next generation of leaders and innovators. In conclusion, let us embrace the spirit of collaboration, innovation, and lifelong learning as we listen to the lecture together. Thank you for your attention.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, permit me to invite our lecturer to stand and remain standing while I introduce her to the audience. The Vice Chancellor, sir, with all reverence, I introduce to you a quintessential doing of diplomatic corps, Her Excellency, Ambassador Joanna Magdalena Tarnawska, Ambassador of the Republic of Poland to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a very distinguished and political Polish politician and civil servant, an ambassador extraordinary and plenipotentiary, an environmental and climate expert that shares birthday with the famous German philosopher and social revolutionarist Karl Marx. Her birthday was on 5th of May this month, barely 2 days ago. Congratulations. A transformational diplomat that has negotiated several bilateral agreements in the area of severe political and social issues in the contemporary Africa. Born on the 5th of May, 1976 in Warsaw, Poland. Educated at the Catholic Elementary and Secondary School in Zambia, where she was exposed in her early life to African history, culture, arts, and traditions. attended the famous Institute of Oriental Studies, Warsaw University, for bachelor's degree in African Studies, graduated Masters of Arts degree in African Literature and Cultures, graduated in Interdisciplinary Studies in Translation from the Institute of Applied Linguistics, University of Warsaw, graduated in Diploma and Etiquette in Public Institutions at the Polish Institute of International Affairs, graduated in Pedagogy and Sign Languages at the famous Jan Lugon's Academy in Poland. Her Excellency Ambassador Joanna Magdalene Tarnawska was a former language lecturer and interpreter, former English language teacher and the Linguista Language School, Warsaw, former environmental specialist at the Department of International Cooperation, Ministry of Environment, Poland, former project manager in charge of language editing of scientific publications at the English Wise Company, author of Polish Essentials of Visual Communication, a translation of a book from English language to Polish language, author and co-author of scientific papers on sustainable development and environmental protection, and member Polish Society of Swan and specialized translator. In September 2018, Her Excellency Ambassador Joanna Magdalena Tarnawska was appointed by President Andrzej Duda of the Republic of Poland as Ambassador of the Republic of Poland to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, with concurrence accreditation to the republics of Ghana, Benin, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Togo, Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea, and ECOWAS. It is my pleasure, Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, to invite Her Excellency Ambassador Joanna Tarnawska for her lecture. Your Excellency, ma'am.
Your Excellency, Vice Chancellor, the authorities of the university, all the guests and dear students, permit me to stand on existing protocol, as we say in Nigeria. I would like to thank everyone for the wonderful and warm welcome here at Kogi State. It's my first time to visit your wonderful state, but I hope it's not the last time. I would like to thank for the wonderful introduction detailing my education and professional life. I would like to say that I can never emphasize strongly enough how wonderful it was to be educated in Africa. What I mean is that I attended an African school for African children, not an international school in Africa. This gave me a unique opportunity. All my teachers were African, and most of them were African women. So to them, I would like to dedicate an especially warm thank you, because they instilled in me values that make me the person I am today. I would also like to say that gender equality and rights of women have always been a matter that I dearly devote my time to, so that it is developed and that it is respected. And congratulations to my Nigerian sisters. As much as we appreciate the Nigerian men, of course. So, now, I'm not a professor yet, but I think that I can share some practical knowledge on how to teach, because I was a successful teacher who could pass on knowledge and my students would pass their exams. And that was one of the most beautiful times of my professional career, because when you see the results of your work and someone says, "Thank you, I learned something from you," is much more dear to me than any kind of compliment I get as an ambassador. And teachers are very important. So I would like to thank all the teachers, all the academics here present. Now, to start, I'd like to say that I come from Poland. Now, Poland is in Europe, okay? And I don't know how good at geography the students of this university are, but I would like to show you on the map where Poland lies. So, Dr. Kitsu, if you can assist, okay, we're there. So Poland is like in the center of Europe. It's bordered by Germany, Ukraine, Belarus, then to the south by Slovakia, the Czech Republic. So please, you can listen to me carefully because at the end of the short lecture, I will ask some questions, and those who are able to answer them correctly, they will get a small token from me. But this is only for students, not for the lecturers, please. Because one of the essential points I'd like to make is that sometimes we should have student-centered lectures and lessons, not only teacher-centered, but sometimes the students should be at the center of it, okay? So today the lecturers don't get any tokens. So now Poland is also home to many scientists that are world-renowned, and I'm sure you have heard about them. One of them is Copernicus, the man who discovered that actually it's the Earth that turns around the sun and not the other way around. So we say that he stopped the sun and moved the Earth. There is also Marie Skłodowska, who, although she practiced in France, but she was a Polish lady, a Nobel Prize winner, and she was one of the few laureates to get 2 Nobel Prizes in 2 different fields of scientific expertise, and one of the first women. So now I'd like to say that in the modern world, there is a lot of information from everywhere, and students have access to everything. So what is the role of a teacher? How can he remain the center figure to have authority if everything can be checked online? So one of the first things I'd like to say is that although the access is available to everybody, not all students know how to look for information online. And some are overwhelmed because there is so much information that you don't know what is true and what is not true. So I believe the first role of the teacher is to remain the guide, the mentor, the person who shows the way to his students. You don't have to know everything, but you can tell students where to find information, to point things out to them, to summarize so that they're not overwhelmed with too much information that is around. So here we can see the capital of Poland, Warsaw, with its tall buildings and nice places that are actually full of museums and interactive entertainment that you can enjoy. So just in case you graduate one day and decide to visit Europe, remember about the capital city of Poland, Warsaw. So internet and information teach you students how to distinguish between the facts and the fake news. Of course, when you talk to somebody, you should know who you are talking to, because if you're talking to 10-year-olds, that would be different from 20-year-olds or PhD graduates. So know your audience very well. Another point is that you have to adapt your language so that everybody understands you. If you use language that is too difficult, students will not follow you. If it's too easy, they might get bored. So you have to adapt your language register to the students. Also, know what you are talking about, because believe me, students are not kids. They will tell the difference if you know what you're talking about, or you're really not there yet. Of course, never ask the question, do you understand? What would most people answer to this question? Do you understand? Of course, but do they really? They don't sometimes. So you need to ask questions that will check the knowledge that somebody has. Ask them, to give you some kind of feedback. Don't just say, do you understand? Everyone will always hear yes, but that is not really the true answer. Try to give practical examples, usually ones that are associated with the student's daily life. something that is close to them, that they will be able to identify with and relate to. That will help them understand. Because the worst thing that we can do is just stand and just talk and talk and talk, and then everybody is not even listening. So try to keep it simple, to keep it brief, so that at least people will get the essence of what you are saying and that they will be able to remember at least a few key facts. It's like Benjamin Franklin who said, "Tell me, I will forget. Teach me, and I will remember. Involve me, and I will learn." So involve your students, because that is what you need to do. Don't think that you are there, the Oga at the top, that you know everything, and that you are just those little people below you. No, they are the future of your country. When you are old, they will be the doctors examining you. When you are old, they will be the governors of your state. And then they will be the teachers of your children and grandchildren. So invest in the future of Nigeria. Invest in young people. Of course, you should be engaging to students. They have to follow you. And then keep your facts updated. If you want to teach them something, don't bring out books from the 1960s and 70s. I'm sure they may be useful in some situations, maybe history lessons most of all, and how to learn from past mistakes. But try something that the students will find appealing, that is contemporary, that is modern. We cannot escape from that. You know, students would want to follow something that is recent. And of course, try to build rapport with your students. You know, they would respect you and you have to respect them too. But sometimes young people need someone to express an interest in what they're interested in, so that at least you have some kind of knowledge about what really makes them tick, what interests them. That means that you would become their mentor and they would follow you and you would be the authority. And of course, once again, don't keep it teacher-centered all the time, okay? Try to do something that would make the students, you know, the centerpiece of the lesson. Always let them speak, encourage them, you know, to ask you questions. Because if they have this attitude that you are so high up, so respectable, but so unapproachable, they will not have the confidence to ask you. And of course, real learning begins when you challenge, when you ask questions, okay? Everybody can make a mistake. But of course, there are some teachers who command such authority that even when they say that these flowers are only white, no other colors, the students will actually believe them. So, you know, you have to do that. But of course, to the students, be respectful to your teachers. It's not easy to teach day in, day out, and year after year. It's nice to, you know, give a talk here and there, but this is their really hard work. And you should do everything you can to learn from them. And of course, you should always have respect in mind. The students may not know everything, but believe me, I have seen many that make rapid improvement and finally make it in the world, even though at first you believe that they're really kind of not too smart. So don't be surprised with your own students. So of course, remember that, as Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. And remember that with the human brain, you cannot rewind time. So if you don't learn when you're young, it will be difficult for you to have the skills later on. So of course, you should not forget that education is very important. And this is more something like a message to the authorities of the state. You know, primary education is very important because before you learn how to dance, you need to learn how to walk quite well. So it's very important. And of course, to the students, encourage your younger siblings that education is important. It's very good if everybody values education. I know that generally Nigerians do value education, and many of them like to study in a foreign country. However, you have to build your own country. So remember to come back, to devote some time, and then maybe choose where you want to live. So this is my message from you. I'm a bit older than many of the students, so Remember, as they say in Africa, the elders are the wise people. And they are, even if sometimes they don't know all the recent facts. Don't worry, there is also lifetime wisdom with them. Now, to inspire, of course, it's more important than just knowing your facts and knowing how to lecture. To inspire, you have to be the guide, the mentor, someone that they can look up to. And even if you don't know everything, you can still guide students effectively. And I think that is the most important message I would like to pass on today, that a teacher should be like a beacon who shows the way in the darkness, because sometimes students will be overwhelmed with, not being able to find the facts. I remember I was teaching students one day, and I said, okay, you can check everything online, because they were not like getting the right ideas. And most of them had smartphones and tablets and computers. And believe me, they were not able to find the right information. Just to type in the right words sometimes proved to be a challenge. So you have to remember to guide your students even in that, but accept that when it comes to new technologies, they may be more savvy than you and do some things faster, but don't get discouraged. As long as you have their respect, it's okay. And never try to convince them that you know something that actually you do not. I think it's better to admit that maybe that is something you don't know, but that may be difficult in respect of the culture in Africa, right? The African cultures would put the elders, the teachers at the pedestal, and sometimes it's not easy to admit that you don't know everything. Is that not true, dear students? All right. So I'd like to say that in Poland, we have many old universities, like centuries old. One of them is the Jagiellonian University in Kraków. And I'm proud to say that a person present here, Dr. Kitso, Dr. Ngarbu Kitso, has been to that university and is developing bilateral cooperation with Polish and Nigerian universities. Dr. Kitso is someone who has really worked tirelessly for years to develop that cooperation. He hails from Nasarawa state, but I hope that Kogi state will take the good example. Although I don't know if this is politically correct in Nigeria, each state has to be the best. But I'm sure that the two states can do something to further develop the cooperation between our countries. So those were my main points. So I hope that you have remembered some things, as my PA and I would give some tokens to those who can answer the questions. So I'd like to introduce Mrs. Uchechi Dakoru, who is the best PA in Abuja. All right. So now, Dr. Kitso, you can now just close this thing so that nothing is visible there. All right. So just a small question to start with, only for the students. So who remembers my name? The young lady over there in the white veil, yes. But she was first. She was smart enough to do that.
Careful, careful.
The pin. Okay.
Hi. Your name is Our Excellency Ambassador Joanna Magdalene Tarnawska.
Thank you.
Wow.
And what is your name? What is your name?
My name is Fashional Adenike from Department of Political Science Education.
Thank you so much. It's nice to see lady students engaging. Okay, so now a slightly more difficult question. So that scientist who stopped the sun and moved the earth, what is his name?
Come. Yeah, a round of applause. Yes.
Can you just say it loudly to everybody?
Good day, everyone. I'm David Wokim. The scientist's name is Nicholas Copernicus.
Very good, especially that I never mentioned his first name.
His face on it from the Ministry of.
Wow. Beautiful.
All right. So now something quite easy. The capital city of Poland. Okay, someone at the back. There, far at the back. Yes, you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
What's your name?
My name is Ademu Victor from Department of Medicine and Surgery. The capital city of Poland is Warsaw. Warsaw.
I think we need someone to help him. Yes, there at the back. Yes, please come.
Good morning, ladies and daddies and gentlemen. My name is Abednego Moses from the Department of Accounting. So the capital city of Poland is Warsaw.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Victor.
So in Nigeria, we say you tried all. So yes, so that is well done. Oh, yes. You can say it also in another language, but I don't know if anybody speaks your language here, Uchachi. Okay. So yes, you should encourage students who want to be involved, okay? So that not only the winners get something. After all, this is not a sports competition. It's about learning and having the right kind of atmosphere. Okay. So now, a very important question, but a difficult one. So the oldest university in Poland. Now, who can give me the name of that university or the city where it's located? Okay.
Good day, everyone. My name is Isaac John. The name of the university is Jagiellonian University in the city of Krakow.
Wonderful. Very good. Now, this gives hope, doesn't it? Right? So many bright and engaged students here. Now, the last question before I let you go. So, can someone say at least one thing that they have remembered or learned from this today? Yes, the lady there. We started with a lady and we'll end with a lady. Yes.
Good day, everyone. My name is Ifeoluwa Ojo, and one thing I learned today was that our teachers are to be our guide, they are to show us the paths. And it's okay not to know everything, but when you don't and you admit it, it encourages trustworthiness within teachers and student relationship.
Thank you very much. I wouldn't have said it better myself. Congratulations, young lady. I wish you a wonderful career.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yes. So thank you very much. I hope that the little information I shared with you, basing on my experience as a teacher, as a lecturer, will help some of you, both the professors and the teachers, to look at some things that you do and that maybe you can introduce some changes to be more approachable and forthcoming to your students. But of course, never forget discipline. That is one thing that Europe can learn from Africa, especially at schools. Discipline is very important, but do not overdo it, please. So thank you very much for being an extremely engaging audience. And I'm really privileged to come here to Kogi State, to Lokoja, to your university. I would want to wish you all very good academic careers, and to the students, that you pass your exams and that you continue building your state and your country. Thank you so much.
Please, the ovation can be loud. You may want to rise and put your hands together for our special guest. Keep clapping, please.
Please be seated.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would, on the permission of the Vice Chancellor, give room for 3 comments, observation, as traditional of this kind of lecture. On that note, I would like to call on Professor Olarotimi Ajayi, the director of our School of Governance and Administration. Comment, observation, questions, etc. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, the DVC. My visitor, Your Excellency. Thank you for the lecture, stimulating and very encouraging. As a teacher, I've been reminded again the need to carry along my students. And I've been told I don't know everything before I go to my class. All that is required is that I engage my students, take them into confidence, and generate their trust. On that note, I think I have come, I have listened, and I have learned. Thank you, Your Excellency, for coming. God bless you.
Thank you very much. I would like to invite Dr. Mrs. Chineye Otopa to come forward. She's our Director of the Head Medical Services. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. Good afternoon, the Vice Chancellor. Good afternoon, other members of the high table, or every other protocol duly observed, as we say. I want to thank you for the lecture, ma. It was a very inspiring lecture. And once again, I know as a woman, we're always biased towards women. So I'm happy that you also recognize the place of women. And then this lecture has taught us once again that beyond lording it, that we should not lord it over students. Instead, as individuals, as teachers, that we should be inspiring, and the students should look at us, and then they should see from us whether we know everything or not, but they should aspire to be like us. They should aspire to even be better than us. So once again, I want to say thank you. It's a very interesting lecture, and I learned a lot. Thank you very much, ma.
Thank you very much. Commander 12th Brigade, Lieutenant Colonel Abata. Represented, yeah. Yes. Represented, yes, we know. But you are here, sir. Thank you very much.
Still standing on the existing protocol. I think what I've learned is that according to your quote from Nelson Mandela, that education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. That is to say, our government should invest more in education so that this issue of insurgency, and if they can invest more, then I believe Nigeria can be changed also. Thank you.
Thank you. On this note, the Vice Chancellor, I would like to invite the University Librarian and Dr. Mrs. Sikiratu Suberu, if she's here. Please come forward and assist the Vice Chancellor to decorate our lecturer with a traditional outfit of Kogi State. Thank you very much.
You're not clapping your hands. Clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap. Wow. Wow. This is incredibly beautiful. This is incredibly beautiful. Wow. Wow. Photographers, please give them some space. The people at the back want to also take some shots. Beautiful, beautiful.
Excellency, on behalf of the university, I present to you this flag of honor as the presenter in the 6th Distinguished Public Lecture. We are very grateful. When we invite you again, is believe that you will come to Lokoja to honor our invitation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. Please be seated. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Wow.
Please give another round of applause for. Thank you very much. Please be seated. I now call on the registrar, Mr. Vincent Ojo, to come forward to do a vote of thanks. Mr. Vincent.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, permit me to adopt the already established protocols. Your Excellency, the Ambassador of the Republic of Poland to Federal Republic of Nigeria, Ambassador Joanna Tarnawska. We sincerely thank you. We welcome you to Kogi State and we welcome you to Federal University Lokoja, where it is happening. It has always been happening here. Welcome, ma. We thank you very much for your lecture. Your lecture was so beautifully delivered. Very simple, but well delivered. And we all understood it. It was so insightful, and we are very grateful for that. And we know that the discourse which you shared on this topic, how to effectively pass knowledge and inspire students in the contemporary world, will go a long way in the minds of our lecturers, our professors, on how to do this, and even on our students, the expectations, based on what some of them who have made comments have said, that you have really reminded them of some of those things which they might have forgotten. Thank you very much, ma. We really appreciate you, Ambassador, and we believe that next time when we call on you, you shall heed to our call. And to all our distinguished invited guests and personalities, we thank you for gracing our occasion. Your presence here has always been adding value to the academic culture of this university. This culture which our Vice Chancellor has started, this is what we have been witnessing from time to time, which has been bringing the memories of what a university, a real university should be. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, we thank you for this innovation and this idea. And for the chairman of the organizing committee, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, the man simply, he likes to simply be addressed as MS, but I will put Professor MS. Thank you very much, you and your team, sir, for what you have been doing. Our professors, deans and directors, you have always been wonderful. This is a wonderful team. You have always been supporting the Vice Chancellor to make sure that he has an enabling environment, whatsoever his dream is for him to achieve. Thank you very much, sirs. And to our lovely students, you are very beautiful, you are wonderful. Our Excellency, the Ambassador, has testified to it, how brilliant our students are. Please clap for yourself once again. And this applaud will also go to our lecturers, because if they are not there to guide you, to impart knowledge on you, how are you going to be brilliant? Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful things which you have been doing. Your ambassador, you can see our students there. They are students of this university, students of the Department of Music, just in their 200th level. And you see what they are doing. Look at the polished anthem, well composed and well delivered. And I was looking at your face when it was being rendering, the way you were smiling, that, oh, it made you remember when you were at Warsaw. Thank you very much, ma. And to all of us who have made this event a wonderful one, thank you very much. The ICT people, the PRO, we thank you all, and the security. May God Almighty continue to bless us. Once again, Your Excellency, we wish you journey mercy back to your domain. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Her Excellency would like to say a brief remark. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. After such a wonderful ceremony, the award and this traditional attire, I would have to say thank you. But in reference to my lecture, there is something that I did not mention, and I should have, but it was there in my heart. The way the musical band and the choir gave a wonderful rendition of the national anthem of the Republic of Poland. I was quite stunned by their accuracy, their pronunciation, and musical acumen. It's the first time in Nigeria that something like this has ever happened.
Thank you very much. Would like to take 10 minutes of Her Excellency's time to the Vice Chancellor's office for a brief reception. Would urge all directors and deans that are here to accompany the Vice Chancellor to the council chamber for this brief refreshment. Having said that, I would like that we rise for the national anthem once again. Perhaps, yeah, the two national anthem commencing from the Polish national anthem in reverse. Thank you. Group photograph, the Vice Chancellor, Principal Officers, Deans and Directors, the Vice Chancellor, First and Her Excellency, the Vice Chancellor, First and Her Excellency. Thank you. The Vice Chancellor and Principal Officers and Her Excellency. The Vice Chancellor and Deans and Directors that are here, please, and our distinguished invited guests. Vice Chancellor, Deans, Directors, and invited guests, please. Thank you very much. Deans, Directors that are here, and the Vice Chancellor. Students that are here. Students, please come forward. Students, all of you come forward. Students, and Her Excellency. Students and Her Excellency and the Vice Chancellor. Students, Her Excellency and the Vice Chancellor. Students and Her Excellency. Students and Her Excellency. Thank you. Students, very well. Thank you. Very well. Thank you very much. Yes. No, I'm coming. That's good. That's good. That's a very good one. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Nigerian Society of Engineers. Nigerian Society of Engineers. Students, you can go. Nigerian Society of Engineers. Come forward. Nigerian Society of Engineers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nigerian Society of, thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.